if Jeremy Corbyn does decide to run, and that isn't a foregone conclusion as of yet, Sadiq Khan, according to this poll by Redfield and Wilton, would lose by 5 points.
And now, if you thought Jeremy Corbyn was no longer a thorn in the side of the Labour Party, well, think again. Times Radio's senior political correspondent Patrick Maguire is here with some exclusive polling news. Morning, Patrick.
Good morning, Chloe.
So tell us more.
So we have got Redfield and Wilton, the pollsters, to poll London voters ahead of next year's London mayoral elections. Now, where does Jeremy Corbyn come into this? Well, Jeremy Corbyn, over the summer, has been refusing to rule out a run for City Hall. And obviously, Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, has endured a pretty difficult couple of months over the expansion of his ultra-low emission zone. And the Tories have made a massive hot-button political issue of that. So he's assailed from both sides. And what our polling shows is, without Jeremy Corbyn, Sadiq Khan will win a historic third term as London Mayor, but only just. He beats Susan Hall, the notably low-profile Tory candidate, by a point, 33% to 32%. But if Jeremy Corbyn does decide to run, and that isn't a foregone conclusion as of yet, Sadiq Khan, according to this poll by Redfield and Wilton, would lose by 5 points. So Jeremy Corbyn would win 15% of the vote, including 21% of those who voted for Sadiq Khan last time in 2021. Sadiq Khan would win 25%, and Susan Hall would win 30%. Now, in past elections, Sadiq Khan coming second like that wouldn't necessarily matter because it was a two-stage process. Second preferences were reallocated, but the government has changed the system by which the London mayoralty is elected. So it's a winner-takes-all thing on the first ballot. So look, people in City Hall, as much as they're confident Jeremy Corbyn probably won't run for the mayoralty, he's very keen to keep his seat in Islington. You can't do both things, run for Parliament and be the mayor. They will nonetheless, doubtless, look at these figures and say, look, this is tricky with or without Jeremy Corbyn. I
wonder how much of that is related to what's happened in the last few weeks. And if this poll was done a few weeks, how long a memory do voters have? I always wonder when these polls happen. If we speak again to these same people in 6 months, would it be slightly different when you, Les, has calmed down?
It's really fascinating. So the last time Redfield and Wilton, the pollsters who've conducted this poll for Times Radio, polled London, Sadiq Khan had an approval rating, not quite voting intention, but he had an favourability rating of plus 27%. So that meant 27% of Londoners thought he was doing a good job. Over the summer, over the past 3 months, that has fallen by 22 points to 5%. So he's still got positive ratings, but they're much, much smaller. So that would suggest this is partly related to you, Les. But if you speak to people in the Labour Party, they'll say these sorts of numbers have been a long time coming for Sadiq Khan. He won the last London mayoral election against Sean Bailey, another low-profile Conservative candidate, by a much narrower margin than was expected. So look, whether Jeremy Corbyn runs or not is an interesting question. As I was saying, he has a seat in North London, in Islington North, that he's represented for 40 years in Parliament. I understand he's very keen to keep that, as much as some people around him would like to see him run for mayor. Running for mayor is much more expensive. You've got to campaign across the whole of London. I wonder whether these numbers will make Jeremy Corbyn's team have second thoughts about their plans for the mayoralty. It'll certainly give them a fillip and remind the Labour Party that he still has something of a following. But yeah, look, these numbers are certainly tricky for Sadiq Khan.